السلام عليكم. أهلا وسهلا أبناء الطلاب طلاب الفرقة السابعة بالمجمع التكنولوجي المتكامل بالأميرية في كورس اللغة الإنجليزية ومحاضرتنا اليوم الأحد 22 من شهر مارس سنة 2020. Welcome all my dear students. Today, inshallah, we are going to discuss two important terms and have the grammar related to these important terminologies. That is wishes and regrets. But first of all, we'd like to know what is meant by a wish and how is it different from the word regret. Okay, what is a wish? A wish is something that I want to happen in the future or in the present, a situation, an event that I want to be true, but it isn't in fact. A wish about the past is called a regret. Regret describes a situation or event that the speaker wants to be true, but it wasn't. So, the difference between wish and regret is mainly related to the time. Okay? If I wish something in the present or the future, it's called a wish. If I wish something happened in the past, it is called a regret because I'm helpless against that. So it's regret. It's some sort of blaming myself on not doing the thing or doing it. Okay? So this is the difference between a wish and a regret. Okay? Let's have some grammar related to these two important words. For wishes about the present or the future, we use wish plus past simple, past continuous, or could and would plus the verb, of course, in the infinitive form. For example, I wish I had enough nerve to ask for a promotion in work, for example. Okay? Does this mean that I'm courageous enough to ask for a promotion? Of course, no. Okay? Why? Because I expressed this wish by using the expression I wish plus had. Okay? This is in the past form. Okay? So I wish plus past simple. This means that I'm speaking about either the present or the future. If we have a look at the second example, I will find I wish I could find the time to do volunteer work. Does this mean that I do much volunteer work? Of course, no. Why? Because I use the expression I wish plus could plus the infinitive. This means that I hope something may happen in the future, but in fact it will not, or at least it is not already there in present. It does not happen in present. I want something, but this something, okay, is not existent in present. For regrets about the past, again, regrets means wishes, but it is related to something in the past. We use wish plus past perfect. Okay, we go a degree back. Okay, and instead of using, for example, past simple with I wish to express present and the future, we use past perfect. Okay, with I wish to express something in the past, something I did already, but I hope I didn't do it, or something I didn't do and I hope I have done it already. Okay, for example, I wish I had taken a few Spanish classes. Does this mean that I already had a few Spanish classes? No, of course. This means that I didn't have few Spanish classes. I wish I hadn't given my parents such a hard time when I was growing up. This means that you already gave your parents a hard time when you were a child. Okay? So now you are in present and speaking about such a past experience using I wish plus past perfect to express your regret. That is blaming yourself for not doing something in the past or for doing something in the past that you now blame yourself for. Okay? For regrets about the past, use F plus past perfect and could or would plus have plus past participle. Okay? For example, if I had, this is another form. Okay? If I had stuck with something, I could have gotten good at it. Again, if I had stuck with something means if I had adhered to doing something, if I had committed myself to doing something, I could have gotten good at it. This means that I could have become better at it. For example, if I had stuck myself with listening, for example, to English 2 hours a day, I could have become a good listener and, of course, a good speaker of English in the present. Okay, so in this case, you regret about losing a chance in the past. Okay, for strong wishes about the present or future, or for strong regrets about the past, we don't use if I wish, but we use if only. This is stronger, much stronger than I wish. For example, if only if only my boss would consider promoting me, this means that I hope, I wish that my boss would think again about promoting me. Okay, this is a strong wish, much stronger than expressing the same wish by using I wish. Okay, if only clauses are often used without a main clause. This means that we don't have another smaller clause, main clause, because we know that any if conditional case consists of two clauses. Okay, the first which is attached to if, and the second which is called the main clause. Okay, here we don't have main clauses, we have just as a supporting clause. If only my boss would consider promoting me, this means that I hope, I wish that my boss thinks again about the idea of promoting me. Okay, so this is the difference between wishes and regrets in semantics, meaning, and this is the grammar related to the use of or the expression of wishes and regrets, both in present future on the one hand, and expressing regrets about the past on the other. Okay, now let's have some exercise about what we have already studied. Rewrite the following statements using the words in parentheses. Okay, again, rewrite the following statements using the words in parentheses. We are going to have certain sentences and we have words in brackets that we should begin the sentence with. For example, number one, I can't find the time to exercise, to work out. Use I wish. Now you are speaking about the present. You say, I can't find the time to exercise. It is requested to use I wish to speak about your wish in the future. So, again, we are going to begin the sentence with I wish. And then we are going, as we learned already, to use past form. So instead of can't, we can use couldn't. I wish I could find the time to exercise. Of course, he can't find time to exercise in present. So when we speak about your wish, you use the opposite. Okay, so you don't say couldn't, but you say I could. I wish I could find the time to exercise. Let's check. I wish I could find the time to exercise. Number two, my grades were very good last semester. If only. Okay? When you speak like that and say my grades weren't very good last semester, the question that you should ask yourself, do I speak now about the present or the future or the past? Now, if we focus on the tense of the sentence, we'll find that it is weren't. My grades weren't. And we had last semester. This means that you are speaking about the past. If you are speaking about the past and you would like to begin the sentence with if only, you need to go step backward. Okay? So instead of the past simple that is expressed in weren't, you need to use the past perfect. So you say, if only my grades had been here is the past perfect, a step backward from where. If only my grades had been better last semester. Number three, try to think of it yourself. I don't know how to dance very well. Now, the speaker is speaking about something in present. He doesn't know how to dance. Okay? So when he needs to wish, he say, I wish I knew how to dance well. I wish I knew how to dance well. Or I didn't apply for that interesting job. So now this is a wish or a regret? Of course a regret, because he is speaking about something in the past. I didn't apply. So when he wishes, he needs to go a step backward in tenses. Instead of using the past simple didn't apply, he needs to use the past perfect. And if the sentence is negative here, I need to make it the opposite meaning by making it positive in structure. So I say, I wish I had applied for that interesting job. Okay? 5. I'm feeling very stressed these days. Now it's apparent that I'm speaking about present. I'm feeling present. Very stressed these days. I wish what? I wish I weren't feeling so stressed these days. Okay? So the matter, I think, is so easy. Okay? When we speak about a wish in the present or the future, it's called a wish. When we speak about a wish in the past, it's called a regret. And we usually go in tenses, in a structure, a step backward to the earlier tense. If we are speaking about present, we use past simple. If we are speaking about past, we use past perfect. Okay? And we usually the opposite in structure. If the sentence is negative, we make it positive. If it is positive, we make it negative. Okay? Because the wish is something contradictory to the real thing or to reality, whether this reality is in the present or in the past. Okay? Now attempt doing the next sentences on your own. These sentences, I'm not going to provide answers for you. I just want you to think of the answers for yourself. Okay, trying to imitate and copying the previous examples we have done together. Okay, I never learned how to swim when I was a child. I never learned how to swim when I was a child. Now you're requested to use if only. First of all, you need to think about whether this is a wish or a regret. Number 2, whether this is something that you had already done or you hadn't done, and then to express this as in the previous examples we have tackled together. 7. Sorry, the answer here is done for you. If only I had learned how to swim when I was a child. If only I had learned how to swim when I was a child. Now, attempting to do next sentences in your own. Okay. Number A, I gave away all my old CDs and DVDs last summer. If only. B, I watched too much TV and didn't read enough when I was a cat. If only. What do you think? Is this a wish or a regret? Is this related to the present or the future, or we are speaking about the past? You need to decide for yourself, and according to this, you are going to use if only in the correct way. Taking stock. Have you ever heard about this expression before? Taking stock, in fact, means that you evaluate your best decisions. You evaluate the choices you have made throughout your life and deciding if these were good choices, good decisions, or bad ones. Okay? So taking the stock is related to evaluating your past experiences, choices, and the decisions you have already made. Okay? Now read these chat room messages. Match each message with one of the values below. Of course, the word values means something important to you or to the community at large. We have here about 6 values, okay? Careful spending, concern for others, perseverance, good family relations, rapid career advancement, and good cross-cultural relations. These are 6 different values, and we are going to read 6 different situations, and each situation should be matched with one of these important values. Okay, let's have the situations. First 3. I wish I had enough nerve to ask for a promotion. I like my job, but I have been in the same position for several years. If only my boss would consider promoting me. Of course, this person is wishing to get higher on the vocational ladder. So this is related to the value of rapid career advancement. Number E. Yes. Number 2. I love and respect my mother and father a lot. I wish I hadn't given them such a hard time when I was growing up. Of course, he caused them some emotional troubles when he was a young person. I'm just happy they forgave me for all those things, for all those rough times he or she caused them. He, of course. Okay? What does this relate to? Is this relate to, for example, good cross-cultural relations or good family relations? Of course, number D, good family relations. Number 3, I'm ashamed of all the money I have wasted. I'm ashamed of all the money I've wasted. If only I'd saved more over the last few years. Now I want to rent my own apartment, and I can't afford it. Starting today, I'm going to stop buying things I don't need. Of course, this is a regret about something he did in the past and wish he didn't. So, which value of these 6 ones relate to the situation? Of course, number A, careful spending. Okay? Number 4, I used to travel to Mexico for my job about once a month. I probably would have been more successful if I had spoken more Spanish. I wish I'd taken a few Spanish classes. Decide for yourself. 5, when I was a kid, I tried lots of things, sports, languages, music, and I enjoyed them all, but I always lost interest after a while. If I had stuck with something, adhered to something, committed to something, I could have gotten good at it. Now think of this situation and try to match it with the values that it relates to. 6 and last, I wish I could find the time to do volunteer work. I feel I'm not contributing enough to the community. Maybe I can find time to volunteer at the hospital in my neighborhood. Think about the appropriate value related to this. Now we have reached the end of the session. Hope you have understood everything related to the idea of wishes and regrets. See you next session. Goodbye for now. Thank you.